Hello everyone and welcome to Animal Magnetism, the show from Multnomah County Animal Services where good times and good information come together. We've been away for a while, but we're back with new segments, a new cast, and new surprises. I'm your host, Kat Barkley, and let me tell you what, you're in for quite a show tonight. We'll hear a riveting story in which a lost cat hitches a ride on a boat and ends up in an entirely different county. Will he make it back home? Wait and find out. We'll also introduce you to Captain the Weather Cat, who has begrudgingly taken over the family business from her father, Howie. How you feeling about the show, Captain?
Fine.
Oh, that Captain, such a character. Later on in the news, we'll share some exciting statistics from our shelter and our partners from the Animal Sheltering Alliance of Portland. And boy, am I excited about some of our special guests for this show. We've got trainer extraordinaire Denise Mullenix, owner of Behave Training, who will show us the ins and outs of teaching a dog basic manners. And for those of you who are looking to add a special someone to your life, we'll introduce you to a charming and eligible shelter pet in our Pet Connections game show. And last, but certainly not least, Dog It, our fun-loving canine companion, will show you what dogs really do when you're not at home. Well, I'm super excited to get started, and I'm so glad that you've decided to join us for this episode of Animal Magnetism. Stay tuned.
Hi, welcome to Multnomah County Animal Services. My name is Ann Potter and I'm here to give you a glimpse of what goes on inside the doors of the animal shelter every day. So if you'd like to join me, we'll take you on a little tour. Come on inside. Just inside the doors is Client Services, your first stop for any pet or license-related questions. Every day, our Client Services staff helps you figure out how to help pets. I'd like you to introduce you to one of those staff members now. Her name is Shannon James, and she's going to tell us a little bit about licensing and why it's important.
Hi, Ann. So having your pet currently licensed is important. If an animal were to be found out in the street wearing its ID tag, it would be quickly reunited to the owner. Your licensing fee is also what directly goes to keeping our shelter open to take in all the stray, sick, injured animals for Multnomah County. Right now, we achieve the goal of having 100,000 active licenses for Multnomah County.
100,000 new licenses this year. That's 100,000 pets that if they're lost on the streets of Multnomah County can be reunited quickly and easily with their owners. And that's 100,000 license fees that go directly to supporting community pets. Thank you for that. Multnomah County Animal Services is also responsible for all stray dogs and cats in Multnomah County. So if you've lost a pet, you should come to the shelter and look for that lost dog or cat, whether you live in the city of Portland or right here in Gresham and Troutdale. You can also go online and look at our lost and found videos at multcopets.org. But really, you need to come visit. If you come to our facility for a tour, you may be surprised to find that we have the highest standards of animal care possible in the United States. We're AHA accredited, and every dog and cat that can be touched that comes into the shelter receives a health exam complete with flea treatment, deworming, vaccinations, and checks for major health issues. So the animals in our care receive the very best care possible. The dogs coming into the shelter have all been previously owned by humans. I can say that because there are no packs of wild dogs roaming around Multnomah County. The same is not true for cats, however. There are feral cat populations that live in the county who have never seen the inside of a home. These cats are called feral cats. And we have a special room here at the shelter where we really tried to determine whether or not a cat who's come in a trap is truly feral or some neighbor's trapped cat. If it is truly feral, we have started a new program at the shelter where we're trying to figure out how to do trap, neuter, return, which is the cat comes in, we spay or neuter it, and we return it to where it came from as a way of keeping feral populations down and providing a safe, humane way for that cat to live out its life. It's really important to remember that our stray pets are generally your lost pets. In the case of dogs, 40 to 45% of owners will come and pick up their dogs. Unfortunately for cats, the numbers aren't as good. Only 2 to 3% of their owners will come and pick them up. The animals that are not picked up by their owners go through a behavior assessment and then wind up here in the shelter on our adoption floor. The kennels for the dogs, or the cattery if you're a cat. Once they're in the cattery or on the adoption floors, they're available for adoption. So if you haven't lost a pet, but you're looking for a new one, that's another good reason to come out to Troutdale and visit Multnomah County Animal Services. Sam will be here waiting for you.
Going to work now, doggy. You be a good boy, okay? Good job.
Are you looking for someone to adore you? Me too. I am a sweet, soft-natured girl, and I enjoy quiet evenings at home. My likes are cuddling on the couch, walks, and car rides. I'm in shape and well-groomed. I get along with dogs, but they must be gentle. I'm too little for roughhousing. I have good house manners and know how to go potty outside.
To you from Multnomah County, the pet capital of the world, it's Pet Connection. And introducing our hostess and star of the show, Jean Fleming.
Thank you. What a beautiful audience. Welcome to Pet Connection. I'm your obligatory host, Jean Fleming. This is a fun and exciting game brought to you by Multnomah County Animal Services. A current resident of the shelter will ask questions of 3 prospective adopters. How those questions are answered will decide who the lucky adopter will be. Are we ready to meet our potential adopters? Well, here they are. Our first adopter is Steve Doolittle of Boring. Welcome, Steve. Steve is an immature, unemployed, goofy guy who recently moved back in with his mother. Adopter number 2 is an executive businesswoman, Heidi Falutin. Looking for leash candy, Heidi lives in the penthouse of Higher Than Yours Towers. Welcome, Heidi. And adopter number 3 is Mariana Poppins. Mariana lives on Comfort Farms. In fact, Mariana is perfect in every way. Welcome, Mariana. Today's pet is Lincoln, a happy, fun, but gentlemanly fellow currently and temporarily living at the Troutdale shelter. He is ready for a home. In order to keep Lincoln from hearing the introductions, we've been keeping him off stage and isolated in a soundproof kennel. Let's get Lincoln out here now. Lincoln, come on out. Welcome, Lincoln. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm tall, dark, handsome, and fun. As you can see by my salt and pepper beard, I'm older, but I'm wiser than most, and I'm looking for the right person to share all the love I have to give.
That's great, Lincoln. Well, are you ready? Lincoln, ask your first question.
Adopter 1, what kind of bed do you have?
Well, since I just moved back in with my parents, I have this awesome set of bunk beds. You could have either one, the top or the bottom.
Oh, adopter 2?
Well, Lincoln, I have a California king-size bed. My cats, Napoleon and Josephine, sleep at my feet.
Oh, adopter 3, what are your hobbies?
I like to go hiking, camping, and on Volkswalks. Plus, I love to cook.
Speaking of food, adopter 1, what will you feed me?
Oh, I love Big Macs and fries.
Adopter 2, how about you?
Well, I'm strictly vegetarian, and you will be too.
Who? Adopter 1, how long will you leave me at home alone during the day?
Oh, well, I'm home alone all day playing video games.
Oh, adopter 3, how long will you be gone?
Well, I work 5 days a week, but I've already made arrangements with my neighbor, and she'll be coming over every day at noon to take you for a little walk.
Well, you hear that, Lincoln? That signal tells us our time is up, and it's time for you to choose. Lincoln, who's it gonna be?
Mariana, she seems perfect to me. I choose Mariana.
Wonderful, Lincoln. Let's go meet your new companion for life, Mariana. And here he is. Wonderful. Look, folks, a groovy new pet connection. Thank you for being with us. Let's give him a kiss. Mwah.
Hello there, my name is Igloo. I'm a handsome 8-year-old neutered male with white and gray short hair. I like stretching out on the sofa, napping, and warm sunny spots. I was a stray for a while, but I'm a nice house cat now. I use my litter box like a champ. Thank you, Dr. Phil. I get along with dogs, as long as they're well behaved. I'm currently at the Personal Beast located at 8119 Southeast Stark in Portland.
Welcome to MCAS Evening News. I'm Kitty Latour.
And I'm Ruff Barker.
Our top story tonight involves a cat, a boat, and a long drive home.
A resident of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, was vacationing at Timothy Lake near Mount Hood when he found a cat. He brought the cat to Multnomah County Animal Services and turned it in. Luckily, the cat had a microchip. MCAS was able to contact the owner, who lives in Donald, Oregon, and she immediately drove to Troutdale to claim her cat.
As it turns out, Bailey the cat was an indoor kitty who'd never been outside. Once out, she hid in a neighbor's boat and inadvertently hitched a ride to the lake. Thanks to the microchip and the Good Samaritan, Bailey and her owners were quickly and easily reunited.
Saved by a microchip. Kitty, do you know much about how that works?
I have the same question. So I went to Multnomah County Animal Services and talked to Lauren Benkaz. Let's watch what she had to say about microchipping.
Hi, we're here with our kitty model, Macy, and we're going to talk to you about microchipping today. So here at Multnomah County Animal Services, we microchip every dog, cat, and rabbit that gets adopted. So the process is pretty simple. We first scan Macy to see if she currently has a microchip. She does not have a chip, so we're gonna chip her. So then the next step is we got our needle that has the microchip inside. It's about the size of a grain of rice. It's kind of like when people get their ears pierced. It's a nice hollow needle, and it takes just a minute. So, okay. And, oh, you ready, Melinda? and it goes right under her skin. There we go. And now Macy is microchipped. So it's always really important to make sure your microchip information is up to date. If the information's not up to date, then we can't reunite Macy back with her new people. So anytime you move, make sure to update the phone number and the address on the chip.
Very interesting. Thanks for putting that together, Kitty. Before we move on to our next story, let's check in with Captain the Weather Cat. Captain, what's the weather like?
The weather outside it's spooky. Right now there's wind over in this area, and it's gonna rain over here. So if you need me, I'll be under the couch.
Oh, Captain, what a gal.
The next story shows how community shelters and animal welfare groups are working together to improve the lives of pets in the Portland metro area. The Animal Shelter Alliance of Portland, or ASAP, celebrates its 6th year this year. Multnomah County Animal Services is proud to be one of the founding members of ASAP. Other members include Southwest Washington Humane Society, Clackamas Dog Control, Bonnie Hayes Animal Shelter, Cat Adoption Team, Portland Vet Medical Association, Southwest Washington Vet Medical Association, Oregon Humane Society, and Feral Cat Coalition, Oregon. A core ASAP goal to end the euthanasia of healthy, social, and treatable companion animals and feral cats in the greater Portland metro area, ASAP reports that every year the numbers get better and better. Since its inception, ASAP has reduced the overall rate of euthanasia in the Portland metro community by 55%.
According to the individual shelter reports, they have increased their live release rate by just under 79%. For the past 2 years, not a single healthy cat or dog has been euthanized by Alliance members.
The Alliance has achieved this improvement by focusing on spay and neuter services and by working together to support the animals across each organization in the Alliance.
Every year, Multnomah County Animal Services reviews its numbers and develops strategies for improvement in the coming year. Always striving to do more for the community and the animals in the community, ASAP members like Multnomah County Animal Services work tirelessly to continue to drive down the rate of euthanasia in our community.
To learn more about the Animal Shelter Alliance of Portland, low-cost spay and neuter options in the community, and animals available for adoption in member shelters, you can visit the website at www.asapmetro.org.
There is so much good work going on. Portlanders sure love their pets.
Portlanders also love sports. What better combo than watching pets do sports? Let's take a look.
Sonny's getting after it. She's getting after it. There she goes. Give her a big hand. Good job, Sonny. Good job. All right. Good job, River. That's 4. Yeah, River doesn't look like that. River's drinking the water.
Samson's going to have Rue's help. Lexi Rue.
Who is it?
Lexi Rue.
Lexi Rue's going to help Samson out. Let's see if they can help. There you go. There you go, Lexi. It looks like Mika's trying to figure out what to make of this meat.
Well, folks, that wraps up this episode of MCAS News. I'm Ruff Barker.
And I'm Kitty Latour. Until next time, stay altered.
Portland.
Hi, I'm Denise Mullenix. I'm a dog trainer in Portland, Oregon, and I'm here with Rocky today to talk a little bit about how to bring your new dog home and help them to settle in a little bit through training and management. Rocky is a dog that's from Multnomah County Animal Shelter, and he's been in a couple of months, and he's not showing very well because he's a little bit jumpy in the kennels, but as you can see, once you get him out, he's a little bit of a different guy, and that can happen when you're bringing a new dog home from the shelter too. They might be acting a little bit different in the shelter than they do in your house. The first couple of weeks after bringing your dog home is a critical imprint period for your dog on meeting new people and getting to know the laws of the land here in your house. So you want to show them right away where we go potty, where we eat, where we sleep, and set them up for success through management. Maybe get a lid to your garbage can. Maybe shut the door to the bathroom if you've got a dog who drinks out of the toilet or gets into the garbage. You definitely want to start with a smaller area first and let them get comfortable. I also like to get a lot of interactive toys and treats. I have a couple of here. Rocky, you want to try one? An interactive treat toy is going to be a toy that you can add food to. This is going to teach your dog what toys are appropriate to chew and make it more beneficial to chew this than to chew the leg of your couch. You want to try it out, Rocky? As you can see, he's right away trying to get the food out. And by doing that, he starts to associate the hard rubber toys with something that's appropriate for chewing and beneficial. And that builds a habit. It also takes some mental energy and helps stimulate his mind to get that food out of the puzzle toys. There's a variety of toys on the market. This is one of the most popular ones. It's a Kong, and they tend to hold up fairly well. But you can get really advanced ones too that are harder puzzles. And using their brain power for good, not evil, is always a good thing. Because the dog's been in the shelter, we don't always know how potty trained they are. If they've been pottying on the cement for a little while, they might bring that habit back to your house. So you want to set them up so that they're learning where the potty spots are at your house. You don't want it to be in the middle of your floor. Take them outside on leash to the spot that you'd like them to go potty. Wait until they go potty and then give them lots of treats and praise for going in the right spot. It's best to pick a potty spot that is consistent to build the habit right off the bat. This could be a spot on your walk, or it might be a spot outside your courtyard or in your backyard. But I always like to start by taking them there on leash often, just in case. You might not know all of their potty dances right off the bat. So when you bring your dog home, you want to teach them that polite, calm behavior gets them things, and that obnoxious, undesirable behavior doesn't. That can be hard to do because some of that obnoxious behavior is attention-seeking and it's hard not to respond to. The best way to start is to build good habits right off the bat, teaching them that everything good in life comes through you, and it generally comes for good, polite behavior. Now, desirable behavior, that's partially individual. But you definitely don't want to reward things like wild barking or aggression. So we'll start with just looking at Rocky right now. He's being super good, so this should be pretty easy. For a dog who's so bouncy in the shelter, he's pretty calm out here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just decide on some things that I like that he's doing and reward them. I'm not going to say anything to him or lure him right off the bat. I'm just going to try and capture them. That means that I'm not cueing him verbally or luring him non-verbally with anything. I'm just waiting, and then I'm marking and reinforcing. I like to capture if you have the time. There's several benefits to capturing. One is dogs, they learn that people talk all the time, and it doesn't always necessarily mean anything to them. It's better if you can get those nonverbal behaviors as beneficial right off the bat, and then add a verbal once you have a reliable, yes, good boy. A reliable behavior that the dog's, yes, offering. The more often you reward a behavior, the more often the dog's going to offer it. And they tend to offer it in new situations as well. So if you've always practiced sitting before you feed them, you might see the dog start to sit for other things. Good boy. Let's see if we can build a little habit with sitting fairly quickly, since he seems to think that does something for him. Yes, good boy. Yes. Yes. I don't know if he gets it. So you can see, just by rewarding a few times, I get him offering it pretty quickly. What a good boy. So with a little bit of training and a little bit of management, you can set the tone for a really nice, well-mannered life with your new pet. I would go out to Multnomah County Animal Control. They have a lot of nice animals, and it's totally worth the drive, as you can see from Rocky.
Doggett, I'm home. What a good job. You were a good boy today.
Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Animal Magnetism. I'm your host, Kat Barkley, and we really appreciate you watching. We hope that the next time you think about adopting a pet, you'll stop on by Multnomah County Animal Services in Troutdale. Good night, everyone.